In the last class, I tried to make a summarize what we discussed in our course till now. Let me talk about last class. So we already know the technical part. Now, so let's talk about theoretical part. If any company want to set up their security operations center, so they will consider few things, so different models, let's talk about that. In our old days, we have like organizations that focus more on NOC. Now everyone is concentrating on NOC. So what is NOC? What is NOC? NOC, Network Operations Center. Network Operations Center. In our old days, every company they concentrate more on availability of their servers, their resources. It means end users and their employees, okay, should access services whenever they need. It means they have to maintain the proper uptime of their servers and they have to maintain the proper uptime of their computers and everything. So they concentrated more on creating availability, okay, for their users. Like whatever servers and systems, whatever devices they are using. Now, for example, internet is now disturbed. What happens? Employees can't able to use the internet and they can't able to do their work, maybe like the production and right. So their job is they collect the performance logs. They collect the performance logs and they monitor it. Which server, how much storage is used, how much network bandwidth is used, how much CPU cores, GPU cores are used. Performance review. They focus more on performance monitoring basis. So they try to understand the availability. They then care more about a security. That is the old era. In the old days, their concentration more on network operations center. So which is monitoring that available of the services. This system is up, this system is down, this user is active, this user is inactive. What is their resources usage, consumption of the resources and everything like that. Now we are talking about a SOC, not network operations. An enhancement to that. How network operations center is operated, same way we are operating security operations center. But additionally we consider security. So previously only availability was there. Now we are trying to monitor the confidentiality, integrity, availability. CAA. We are considering three things. CAA, confidentiality, integrity, availability. You know, so CAA need a support from the AAA, authentication, authorization, and accounting. You are taking support. And you are handling you are monitoring every third operations. Create, okay, so update, read, delete. Those operations. Okay, so we are setting up an environment where we can collect the logs from the every system. Okay, we are using a concept name is for centralized logging. Centralized logging. So we have a centralized logging. Centralized. Previously, local logging we have in a company. Now, if any cyber attack is happening, hacker is a smart. You can clear the logs also, right? You can tamper the evidences. You can erase the footprints. Now, even if you want to investigate that, if you want to figure out who is behind that, you don't have any choice because logs are erased, logs are tampered. You don't have any backup. Now, whenever they introduce SIM tools, EDR tools, based upon the agents, then they started collecting the log to the centralized dashboards. So they have a separate log server. They are collecting all the raw log from every asset. They are doing a normalization. They are doing a log enhancement to present the proper data to the end user in a Splunk dashboard. Or QRadar dashboard. So EDR dashboard, whatever you use. Either SIM tool or EDR, whatever they are using, that tool, dashboard needed like a proper visualization of the logs. So they are given. Okay. So security operations center, what it will do? Proactive monitoring. Proactive. It means our old methodologies, cyber attack is going to happen. Later they will try to investigate. They will try to figure out the root cause and fix it. Okay. But latest office proactive means before someone compromise, you can identify their state. We can identify the state currently right now. So that guy in a like installation mode. That guy is just like in a delivery mode. Or that guy just got access in, okay, he didn't even create a persistence. Or he didn't do the privilege escalation. You can identify the threat in the existing. Because if you get the alert quickly, you are like tuning the rules. You are trying to write the rules which will detect that. Okay. So proactive approach. So near real time we want. Near real time. Yes, sir. Okay, so you are not reviewing the log which is like a 4 days ago log today. You are like a reviewing the logs which is like a 5 seconds ago created in their systems. Real time. So 5 to 7 seconds delay we have because of the correction and normalization. But still, 1 minute ago, what happened in that system? You are able to know right now. Okay. So security operations center setup. If any company want to set up the security operations center setup, so they need to like a consider three goals, three things. PPT. So I just make the loud with the short. People, process. So you have to like create connectivity between those three. Connect three. You need a people, you need a process, you need a technology to achieve this goal. So you need a people. People. We have like a job roles. You need to hire the people for the company. So you are going to be hired like a primarily SAP analyst. We have like a level 1, level 2, level 3, lead. So those are roles we have a level 1. You know like so level 1. Let's compare the SAP with the physical security in the police department. Just like police department like so you have more circle inspectors and like a more constables. More constables. So constables are level 1. Just like us. Okay. So SAP analyst level 1, they will because they work with rotation shifts. Now if you observe that constables are available 24/7 shift basis level. Maybe like our circle inspector, sub inspector, maybe they take some break, he will come whenever the emergency needs basis. Okay. Same approach applicable to the SOC team organization. So they have like a rotational shifts for the level 1. Okay, so level 2. So but primarily like a level 1 people work in a 3 rotational shifts. 3 shifts. So 24 hours they are split into the 3 parts. So they are assigned. In India, some companies like shift to the 12 hours they do work. But like a 3 rotation shift as well. Okay. So now in a each shift even one guy sitting and monitoring also. Now 3 people you need. You need a backup of minimum 2 people are there. Any emergency, that guy may be guy sick leave or whatever personal reason. So we need a minimum 5 people for the staff analysis. So you need like a at the minimum 5. If you want to set up one basic security operation center for your company, you need to have a minimum 5. Okay. So level 2, minimum 3. Okay, so they investigate. Level 3, minimum 2 experts. Basically, what people do in an FSL level 1, security monitoring. So security monitoring, it means they will log into their Splunk or like IBM, Qrada or any whatever SN tools used by that company, that dashboard, and they will monitor in a trigger alert section. They try to wait if any incident is happening. They are going to be responsible. They are first responders. For example, like the smoking that specific areas, if something is going wrong, who will visit that place first? Constables. Once they receive a call to the police station, constables go there and they will check that. So they will try to settle the things there itself without creating any kind of case. Am I right? So just like that, like a level 1 guys, they don't want to create any case. Means they don't want to create any ticket. They don't want any further investigation. They will try to understand that, okay, is it like a really necessary happening? Is it a false positive or true positive? They will try to detect. Means, so is it necessary to report to the management or not? For example, if that is a very simple incident, they will like just like for example, one new user is created. He received an alert. Now we need to inform to the, he verified the log. Okay. He didn't find any suspicious activity associated with that action. Only user is created. Then he is going to be write the email to the administrator, system administrator, and he will request the information. So this is the user created on this particular timestamp. Is it like created by you or someone else? Now system administrator need to give the clarity on it. Okay, if we created that record, now you treat that one as a false positive because there is no impact. But system administrator given a reply. He didn't create that record. And user don't have even privileges to create that. Then what it means? Something is someone compromised that system. Something is a backdoor is there in that system. With a backdoor privilege access, they created a user. Then that case should be treated. Further investigation is required. So depth investigation is required. Then it is going to be escalate that issue to the level 2 people. Level 2 people. Who are like experts in a digital forensics and incident response. Who are experts in a digital forensics and incident response. So they can like so they gather like a more data, logs, and everything associated information, all artifacts, forensic related information they collect and they will come to the conclusion. So now if constable fail to handle, what he will do? He will create the FIR and submit that FIR to like a circle inspector or sub inspector, right? For the further investigation. They will take care of it. Just like that. So level 1 guy is like a monitoring. He is like a waiting for the alert. Whenever alert is triggered, he will do the primary review. He will identify that is it a false positive or true positive. Is it really required further investigation or not? Based upon the priority. They are going to, there is a playbook for this. Organizations they use like playbooks. IR playbooks. We will call them as like incident response playbooks. What is playbook? Just like we have a steps what we need to do based upon the situation. Now, do you think like circle inspector, sub inspector will give the full power to the constable? No, right? He will pass the instruction. If you get this kind of situation, handle it this way. Follow these steps. If you fail, if you are not able to handle, then forward the course. Right? Same process. We have a playbooks. Incident response playbooks we have. It means if you get the like a alert related to the domain, now that playbook will give the idea. Okay, how to verify the domain reputation, how to check the domain is a phishing group or legit. Is it in a black domain star? So that playbook will help. So organization give a list of the playbooks for the different common situations handling purpose. In a few special cases, you are escalating that issue to the level 2. Who can go deeper, identify the more things. Okay, so they do that at their forensic knowledge and incident response knowledge, investigation purpose. Guys are able to follow me. So level 1 people like they do the security monitoring like they triage the alerts first. So they triage the like means like whatever alert they receive, they are going to understand that is it required like a case management or not. How they will escalate either by the ticketing system. Corporate companies use a Jira tracking purpose ticketing system. So software developers and like a so tech support team, most of the people in a corporate companies use the Jira interface. Or ServiceNow, they have a platforms. Or they can have their own ticketing tool, help desk tool, where employees can raise their complaints. Or they can use a own emailing system. It means emailing system with our ticket ID. Follow-up emails we get now. So based upon the company needs, based upon the company environment, so they are going to be follow the project. So you are when you join as a SOC analyst, they will explain the their ecosystem to you. So they will explain that like they have like a we have like a 2-3 weeks of training program. So they will explain their ecosystem. So what are the log sources? Okay, what are the systems are like we are using as a servers. So what are the areas we should concentrate? Okay, what are the playbooks we have to use? Okay, how to escalate that issues. So which tools we have to use, which is integrated in their platforms. So everything they will explain. Okay. So security part will be like us, so they can escalate the issue to the like, level 2. Now level 2 sometimes can fail. Now if you observe that in the police department, so first like the constables try to investigate. If they fail, so circle inspectors, sub inspectors, those guys like a concentrate on that case. But if they fail, what happens? So it will go to the like a next level. Those guys are like experienced professionals are like those guys are going to be formed the one team. We are calling that as a SIT, special investigation team. SIT. If you observe that, more news on this in India. So special investigation team formed for that handle the incident. SIT is like a subject matter experts team. Multiple levels, multiple skill set they have. Now that special investigation team, they are able to like try to track max they can solve. They can figure out the reason behind that crime. Exactly. We have like a SIT kind of team in a SOC. We are calling them as a level 3. So level 3 people are experienced professionals. Experienced professionals. They are like a subject matter experts. Subject matter experts. Means they are like experts in a specific subject. For example, you observe that there is a ransomware attack is happening. How that ransomware attack is executed, how that malware executed, how that attack happened. They need a for depth research. Who is behind that? Everything. Now, so you are like hiring a person who is expert in a malware analysis. Malware analysis. That guy subject is a malware analysis. That's able to follow me. So we have like a team subject matter experts. Like especially in this place we have like a advanced malware analysis. Threat intelligence teams are working in this place. So level 3 people are threat hunters, malware analyst. So they do that, they hunt for the threat. They do that later. So they will think. So by looking into the patterns, what's going to be happen in a company, next they can predict based upon the real data. Guys, are able to follow me? So we have like a level 3 subject matter experts. Now we need to have a lead to. For example, we have a multiple departments. SAP is not dealing for the only 10 people or 20 people. Now if we use our company has a more employees, more systems, more assets, we need like a more people in our SAP department. So departmental wise investigations and everything. So we need to have a multiple teams. So every setup has a one lead. Okay, now so 5 plus 2 plus so totally 10 people they are working as a work unit one. SAP unit one. There is a lead for it. SAP team unit 2. There is a lead for it. All those guys leads will report to the manager. SAP manager. SAP manager report to the CISO. So SAP manager report to the CISO. We have like a chief information security officer. That guy will receive the like updates for the SAP team and BAPD team and GRC team. Okay. So this is the structure required for the company. Now, if you want like a so based upon the units, for example, like a even we can have our leader, we can have our manager, even basic setup if you consider. Okay. So for handling all of them. Now let's consider the experiences required for this. Now level 3, level 1 is 0 to 3 years experience. So level 1 people 0 to 3 years experience. Level 2 people 3 to like a minimum like a so. Level 2 people like a so 3 to 6 years of experience. And subject matter experts minimum like a so 5 to 8 years, okay, so 5 to 7 years experience. And lead 7 to 10 years experience. Managers minimum 8 years. Like a lead. Now what about their salaries? So minimum average like pay for the like a staff analyst level 1 is 4. Okay. Average. So many companies hire from the 3.5, 3.6, 4, 4.5. I place like a people from our 70 plus people in LPA. So these guys like a high like for a few people for 4 LPA, few people for 4.5. As a fresher. Okay. Few students from our institute like they got a package 5 LPA, 6 LPA also. But like so 5, 6 is a really high. No one will offer that for the freshers. 4, 4.5 is a like let's consider 4 LP. Now you have like a team with 5 people. So if you have like a 4 LPA, minimum 20 lakhs investment required for the level 1. 4 into 5. 20 lakhs investment required for the level 1. Now what about like a so L2? They never work less than L2. Minimum 10 LPA for the level 2. Okay. Even like a so 10 to 15 LPA they will offer it for the level 2. Minimum. Okay. So 30 lakhs required, 20, 30, average 50 lakhs. Now we need like a subject matter experts above 5 years experience people. So they are getting minimum like a so 20 to 25. So minimum 20 to 25 LPA. Okay. So let's consider total 40 LP minimum. Now you want like so two people at least 40 lakhs. Average 25 to 50 lakhs. Now 1 crore rupees required for only setting up like a level 1, level 2, level. Lead arm managers. There are always packages up to 30 lakhs. Okay. Leads like they will take minimum 30 LPA. Managers, okay, they are not going to take below 30. So I know my students are working as a manager. So they have like a 40 lakhs, 45 lakhs, 60 lakhs package. So that is the awareness. Now, if you want to set up the security operations center, you need to have a minimum of 1.5 crore rupees for the team setup. Company, if they want to start like a security operations center, they need to have a 1.5 crore rupees minimum for 1 year investment for their employees. What about technology? You have a technology startup. You have to hire the people. You have to use the technology. You have to build a process for that management. That's my point. You have to hire the people. You have to like buy the technology, integrate the technology, and create the process for doing everything as per the plan. So now technology. The technology what they use. What technology is the salary? This is the last word in your life. If everything goes well. Okay, so you have a technology. There are technologies that so what are the technologies required? So first of thing organization need to like set up the like vulnerability management tools. Part of the security operation centers, they will include the vulnerability management tools. Okay. So they use like a vulnerability management tools. They will maintain like a patch management tools. They need like SIM tools. They need EDR, endpoint detection and response tools. Okay. If they have a cloud setup, extended detection and response to XDR is required. In case if they want to automate like a SOAR they require. SOAR is a concept. They will define a pre-built like a templates. IR playbooks they will integrate. Those IR playbooks, as per that IR playbooks, this SOAR is going to be automate your investigation and give the lot of alerts you can automate. Help on the SOAR platforms. Okay. So now organization need like a vulnerability management tools, patch management tools, SIM tools, EDR, XDR, SOAR, and they have to set up the like IDS and IPS, intrusion detection system, intrusion prevention system. Okay. So they have to like set up the firewall. So software firewall and hardware firewall, host level and network level. IDS, IPS also, host level and network level. So they need to set up. And they need to set up the like proper identity access management tool. They need to set up. See, if you SOC is not only dealing with the monitoring. If you want like a mature SOC environment, you need to have a right technology. You don't have a firewall, you don't have IDS, IPS, you don't have a EDR, then how can you get the logs? How can you get the important logs for detecting threat? You need to invest money for the setup. So defensive mechanism they have to set up. So they have to like use the vulnerability management tools like a Nessus, Tenable Nessus, or like a Qualys vulnerability management tool or Nextpost. So they have to use the Nexus vulnerability management solution. If you want Nexus professional for a year, you have to invest 6 to 8 lakhs for one system. 1 year license, 6 to 8 lakhs you have. Nexus expert module you want 10 lakhs. All is more than like up to 1 to 15 lakhs. Vulnerability management cost is like an average 10 lakhs for the company. So patch management tools, SM tools. Like the fastest solution in the market in the SM industry is Splunk. Very expensive. They will charge based upon how many logs you are collecting, how much you are storing. It means they count your storage. Licenses based upon your storage. Events per second. Okay, they will based upon that count. They will ask you like how many events like you will collect per second. How many assets we have? How many events can generate? Average basis. Now storage basis they will plan. Okay, now per day how much data you are collecting in the name of logs? Is it 100 GB or 300 GB? Per month how much storage you require? We have a retention policy. We can't able to keep all the logs forever. At least 6 months you need to keep for audit purpose, proper audit purpose. 6 months and 1 year minimum we require. Even if you erase the like a old logs also, you need that period. So they will charge more based upon that. Okay. We have like a costly. Splunk is very costly. So organizations like they use based upon their budget, the right solution they have to select for. So EDR. So we have like endpoint detection and response tool. Microsoft, okay, Defender there. So Microsoft Defender like we have. And we have like a Carbon Black solution we have. Carbon Black we have. So EDR solution. They are like a Carbon Black, Microsoft Defender. Okay. So we have like a EDR solution. We have XDR, Extended Detection and Response tool. We have a Sentinel, Azure Sentinel, which is compatible with the cloud environment. That one. So we have like a Sentinel. And so, like a Splunk has like a Phantom. Splunk has a Phantom product. That Phantom product is a source for this Splunk. We have to attach your SN with source. Then SN will collect the logs, give the alert. That alert is investigated by the source. That one. So we have like a source. IDS. You can set up like a open source, or you can just like have a premium one also. We have a Snort, like a Suricata, kind of products are there, open source products for the IDS. Firewall you need mandatory. Windows firewall we already have. Software level. But network level, you need like either checkpoint firewall, Sophos firewall. Okay. We have a different firewall. So Sonic wall firewall, they have to firewall. Like a firewall cost like that they started from minimum like a 5 lakh rupees to the hardware firewall. Okay. So IAM, identity access management. Easiest if you want to use a like IAM solution. We have like in the market, we have a few files like solutions like CyberArk, maybe even the CyberArk is CyberArk. Okay, so we have like the same point. We have like the IAM solution. Okay, and we have Microsoft Entra ID. We have Microsoft Active Directory. So they need to set up. Okay. So company need to work on multiple things. So if they want, I didn't mention the any kind of like log sources. I mentioned the solutions for the better log management purpose. Now you are installing like a Windows or Linux, Mac OS systems with the agents. But every system need a firewall. Every system need a firewall. Every system need a IDS, IPS. Every system should be part of the identity access management, part of the AD. Because that system related user when he logged in, when he logged out, policies application and everything purpose. So those are technologies they have to integrate matter. So not only that, they need to primarily so all the above company need a ticketing management system. So they did a ticket management system. This help desk ticket is SI alert is we got it. We created a case. That case investigation that follow up everything should be tracked properly. So we did a ticket management system. Either Jira, ServiceNow, or customized Netflix software solution for their own system. I said everything for you. So we have a lot of like all together, if a company wants to start like a security operations center themselves, we are calling this model as an in-house model. In-house. So in-house like that. So this in-house shop is like a completely too costly. Company want to set up everything themselves. It means they are hiring the team, they are buying the tools, integrating the tools. I didn't mention the one person in this people list. So we need a one person in this case. So SI integration R admin. This guy is responsible for integrating the technologies. Okay. So in-house setup. If they want in-house, that guy will take that. He will take the minimum 30 to 40% for the integration setup. Okay. So in-house, if you want to set up the your own security operations center for your company, in-house SOC model required much of it. You need a team. You need to like integrate the technology. You need to build the process also. You need to build the process. It means the process as like a thing. Okay, so shift rotation shift related process. Okay, if you get the alert out, investigate them. Analytical process, technical process. So business operation process. Process they have process and procedure for it. It means okay, you should come by 9 o'clock and should leave like this. So you have to hand over your shift to the next guy. You have to maintain the notes. Everything they will come. So process is required. So your company is trying to set up the new soft environment. You don't have a proper experience on that. Do you think after investing like a minimum 5 to 6 crore rupees for that setup, are you going to have a matured soft model? It will take a minimum 1 year for you to build a matured soft environment. Your team will miss a lot of alerts. Your team fail to detect a lot of incidents in that first 6 months because you are training them for the new setup and everything. So this is like a really we have a big challenge to the companies. Due to that, companies are not completely like a focusing on in-house staff. They are taking the support from the MSSP, Managed Security Service Provider. Okay, ISP, Internet Service Provider, CSP, Cloud Service Provider, MSSP, Managed Security Service Provider, and Managed Security Service Provider, MSSP. But we have to be not stop. So they use like a MSSP help. Okay, so manage the software. This is a model, manage the software. So in this manage the software like a model, in this manage the software model, they don't need to invest like a 5 crore rupees, just like a less than like a 5 to 10 lakhs enough for them. to hire third party SOC services. Now, what those guys do? They will deploy everything. They integrate whatever technology they have. So they will collect the logs and everything. So their existing team will not. They have already team. They are consulted. That consulting team will take care of. They have like experts, skilled people. They can handle it. But if you use like a continuously MSSP support without having one source, what happens in a long term? You have a loss. You will pay too much to the MSSP. First, it is a less cost. Later, it will become burden for you. So that's why a lot of companies what they are doing. They are like a taking support from the MSSP and additionally they have in-house. So hybrid model hybrid. When they use hybrid model, what happens? They have an upgrade like a lot of investment. When they use a managed SOC, they don't have a privacy about their business because like for example, company A business activities are monitored by the like some XYZ SOC company, right? Their secrets and everything. Okay, so you are like missing that privacy part. But when you have your in-house team, you are trying to train them, set up them by investment. You are taking support from the MSSP for improving your own SOC. You are taking support from your managed SOC. So levels like the first like managed SOC is doing 90% of work, 10% of work by your internal SOC. Now, 2-3 months, managed SOC team will do the 60% of work, 40% of work by your internal team because they are learning and they are learning the process. They are educating themselves. Am I right? Okay. Now, within a 6 months, 50-50. Within a 1 year, managed SOC team will do the like 10 to 20% of work, remaining everything under the. That is a hybrid approach. Too costly, but better benefiting. So in a long run, they will get it. But so organization understand their budget. Based upon that, they will plan. Now, most of the companies try to start their own security operations. Okay, before that, they are taking support from the managed security service providers. But additionally, they want to build their own stock for the better. Is it agree? So, in the old days, every company had like a requirement, find the flaws before someone exploit in their infrastructure and applications. But now every company should implement the event detection mechanism. We have like a security compliance rules. We should have like a detection mechanism. We should have a defense mechanism. We should have like a recovery from the incident mechanism. So business continuity plans. Okay. So NIST cyber security framework. So that framework everyone should follow. Now all companies need to work with this. So NIST cybersecurity framework is like helping the organizations to prevent the cybersecurity risk. We have like 6 functions in this. We have like governance, establish the organizations like proper compliance means governance. So, you are going to implement all the proper checklists, controls, and like administrative control, technical control, process and procedures, everything you will implement. Okay, you will map that like that is mapping with all the compliances, rules are mapped. And you will try to identify the organization's assets, environment. Okay, so risk we have. Okay. It means we have to do the risk assessment and we have to identify the like, vulnerabilities, eliminate them, it means protect, develop the and implement the safeguards to prevent okay our content cybersecurity. So you have to like you are end of the day you are mapping with the governance. So for that purpose, first of all, identify all your assets. networking, applications, and everything. Identify all your assets. Identify the most important assets. Try to I do the risk assessment. Okay, map the risk based upon that, find the vulnerabilities, eliminate the threats, and implement the prevention protection mechanism. You should have a mechanism to detect those. Implement the activities to identify the cyber security events quickly. Now, this is a point talking about SOC. Every company should have a detection mechanism. Previously, NIST framework they concentrated more on finding flaws and eliminating them. This BAPT oriented. BAPT focused approach we have in NIST cybersecurity framework from the past 5 to 6 years. So this cybersecurity framework, NIST cybersecurity framework, is proposing we should have SOC also, in-house SOC also, not only BAPT. So you should have a red team, you should have a blue team. That is a mandatory to compile with the compliance rules, governance rules. Okay, so there you should have a detection mechanism, implement the activities to identify the cyber security events immediately, quickly, in a real time, respond, take actions regarding to the detected cyber security incident, and recover from that incident. Recover from that incident. So we have to maintain properly, restore capabilities, business like a continuity transition. If any data breaches happen, how to handle it. If any ransomware attack is happen, how to handle it. If data is deleted, how to handle it. That process you should know. Handle that mechanism. Okay. So if your computer data is erased, now if you feel that I don't have a choice, now you can't able to run your business right. You should have a mechanism, data backup, data loss prevention mechanism, DLP. So data backups we have to manage and DLP should manage, data encryption should enable everything. So SOC is never think SOC is a only limited to the market. SOC is a big area. In a companies like us, so whenever they hire you for this SOC, maybe you can work in a monitoring, maybe you can work in an identity access management tool, maybe you can work in an email security tool, maybe you can work in a data loss prevention tool. All those are defensive mechanisms only. Maybe you can deal with the only vulnerability management. That's able to follow. So, part of the security operations center, multiple activities are happening. Multiple people are working. One guy is expert in a vulnerability management, one guy is expert in a data loss prevention, one guy is expert in IAM, one guy is expert in a EDR handling. That's my point. So, SOC has a too many components, too many things. There is a broader area we can't able to cover security. Even we can't able to cover everything in our. So you need to work on this. So I can explain the process to you. What happens in a SOC, what you need to have. So I given an idea about a Linux fundamentals, Windows fundamentals, Linux command line interface, Windows command line interface knowledge. So networking fundamentals, those are foundation required for any SOC. Later we have to work on the email security, email forensics, malware forensics. Okay, and aside to log analysis. So you need to work on those. Okay, I given a Google Drive shared issue. There is a carbon black videos. There is a Sentinel videos also. So watch two videos. Understand about concepts. I told you try with a Waza, open source SIM and EDR. You have to install that. Just how you configure SIM, same tool, Splunk like that tool. Just you will download the agent and install in our computer. One computer is a server to receive all the logs from the other agents. So understand that. If you have a clearly plan to switch to the SOC, you need to learn more theory. You need to work on the multiple. Because if you learn the Splunk in a class, maybe your company asks for the IBM you learn. Maybe your company asks for the civil. So I can't able to cover every tool we have in a SOC because too many tools we have. budget basis. Okay, I can't able to cover, but I can cover the only process. So I try to cover the process required for the SAP analysis. Now, tools you should learn. You have like a lot of tutorials in YouTube related to the different tools, different SM tools, different firewall tools, and everything. Just if you watch that, you will get the overview. Your company will teach and give the process. So your company will have a KT knowledge transfer sessions. They will explain that like, what is the environment they have, what are the tools they integrated, how they will like so monitor, how they will like handle the incidents, how they manage the ticketing system. Entire their process they will explain to you. So they will teach to you. So I will recommend the soft job only to the freshers because whatever syllabus I cover in a level 2, level 3 level also. Micro attack framework and malware analysis and all those things. But if you have the paid experience, easily you are going to be caught in a puzzle. Okay. The case would investigate for what case investigate. So, so this is a cyber attacks investigation process. You should have investigative mindset. Okay, you should have an enthusiasm to like, investigate something, find some secrets, something. So if you have a more interest at attacking side, DABT is a suitable to you. If you have more interest at investigation side, SOC is suitable. If you are a fresher, SOC is more suitable to you. Okay. So based upon your needs, do the right thing. Here, so we covered like a complete network security model. So SOC also over. You can work on this next week Wednesday onwards. You batch will have started. Okay, so in that batch, you can start the web security classes. Whoever, like I said, attended classes from the only from the network security, you guys will continue from the next week classes. But this week, 3 to 4 days, okay, we have a Friday maybe also. Okay, so 2 3 days, spend some time, finish your practice, recap everything. So next week, Monday, Tuesday, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. 1 or 2 sessions I can take, I can summarize, or I can clarify all your doubts. After that, we'll move to the application security. Clear everyone? So I will share the notes like the summary notes. Even like if you don't need those notes, also I given a complete course, cyber security. Related, we have a resources Google Drive, SAP related resources we have. In that like there is a certified SAP analyst CC Council video course. Watch that videos, you'll get the more clarity. So roles and responsibility of the SOC analyst, what exactly they do, what kind of activities they involve, there is that. So you can find the like all the manuals required for you on Google Drive. I given a sample resumes also. I given like a more than like a 150 plus cyber security companies list also to apply for this jobs. I given interview question and answers also in Google. You have everything, whatever you need, sample templates for the resume, like interview preparation and companies list and everything. All the materials, videos you require for your preparations, you already have it. Please check the Google Drive resources. Let's work on have a CCSC folder. So chapter 1 to chapter 50, you need to complete reading them first. After that, network penetration. After that, like a sum. After that, web application. So let's go in that part. It is a Thank you all.